The Minister of Labour, Employment and Productivity, Dr. Chris Ngige, has said lack of transparency on the part of the leadership of the Academic Staff Union of Universities made the federal government register rival trade unions in the university system. Speaking in his office in Abuja during the presentation of certificates of registration to the Congress of University Academics and the National Association of Medical and Dental Academics, Ngige noted that both unions have been officially gazetted and are entitled to labor rights as enshrined in the Constitution.
I'm very, very happy that Conua coordinator has quoted copiously from the Trade Disputes Act and even the Trade Union Act. That's what we want union leaders to be doing. It is not when you come here, you sit down and say, no, what I'm saying, I'm a professor, so whatever I say is correct. You can't always be correct when you are saying the wrong things that are not in law, not part of the law of the land. The professorship doesn't obviate it, it doesn't obliterate the law. Being a PhD doesn't obviate the law. Being an MBBS or MD doesn't obviate the law. The law is for everybody. It's for me, it's for you, it's for Mr. President, it's for the Okada rider, everybody. That is when you now have what is called law and order. Maintenance of law and order. That is where the police comes in. When you breach principles of law and order, the police come in to prosecute. Or that same law gives penalties that follows it, or the consequences. A strike action is allowed, but it has consequences. And the consequences are enshrined in section 43, 1, 2 of the Trade Dispute Act. So just like you have a right to withdraw those services, your employer also have a right to keep his enterprise alive, afloat. Because if there is no enterprise, there will be no work.
The Conua president, Dr. Niyi Sumunu, alleged that the high-handedness of ASU's leadership have given birth to the association, while assuring Nigerians to intervene rapidly in the university system and ensure the era of incessant strikes are over.
In conclusion of the final phase of the registration of Conua, which is marked by the collection of the certificate of registration, we appreciate the Honorable Minister of Labour and Employment, Senator Dr. Chris Ngige, and his remarkable team for finalizing the registration of the Congress of University Academics, Conua, with the issuance of certificate of registration to the union to us today. Let it be known that in Conua, our primary purpose at all times has been and will continue to be the promotion of the welfare of our members, while we constantly are conscious of the overriding national interest. With this completion of registration, we're using this medium to assure Nigerians that we shall embark on meaningful and realistic discussions and negotiations with the federal government and all other stakeholders on how we can get a better deal for our universities, for lecturers, and indeed for better working of the entire system without necessarily rocking, not to talk of sinking the boat. Ever since Conua was registered, many Nigerian university academics were liberated from the bondage of ASU. I make bold to say that now. There has been a breath of fresh air in the system that is now ventilated with the air of freedom. Freedom of association and freedom of choice has actually been enshrined in our Constitution, Section 40, across the ideological divides. One important implication about the registration of additional academic unions by the Honorable Minister is that there may never be a total shutdown of our universities. Because the peculiarity of many academics in the system are different, the ideologies are also different, and different unions will always approach things differently at all times. This is noteworthy.
Norma Omeje,